Rishi Sunak kita, was it a better governed with a broken everything else? Thousands of millionaires leaving Britain. The revenue is down. That's why the balance sheet on the expense is going up. Where do you see a second-class citizen? A white man British passport and your passport, does it have a difference? খালা বেটা উফরে বইয়া সাদা বেলারে দিয়া মাথায় and then we get angry. লেবার সরকার ক্ষমতায় আসার পরে জিডিপি কমে গেল আমরার। হ্যাঁ, বেকারত্ব বাড়ি গেছে। এটার কারণ কি? তার কারণ ঋষি সুনাক কিতা was it a better governed with a broken everything else? এটা কিতা আসলে charismatic কিচ্ছু আসিল। তারা তো লেবার গভর্নমেন্ট আওয়ার পরে সব তো জ্বলে গেছে। I know there are hundreds of different mistakes by the conservatives, serious. But economic situation was much better and stable. The world was trusting us a lot more than what it is happening today. Why? Is that because people are watching immigration issue is the main agenda for every political party? Economy is not the main agenda.
Dehoka, as you know, my background is I'm a business consultant. Dehoka, Amrar debt at the moment is 95% over our GDP. So we 1.2 trillion in debt. Now, we had a big phenomenon. Amra phenomenon asil je amra je shomay COVID asil plus amra Brexit asil which and plus global instability all over the world. We have this challenge at the moment, but there are some good news as well. For example, at the moment, the UK has been known to be one of the fastest growing economy at the moment within Europe at the moment. So amra good news hol ase. One ওজন্য মানুষ যেন কয় যে ইমিগ্রেশন একটা প্রবলেম আছে ইয়া হোমকে ফয়সা নিছে কি হোমকে ফয়সা নিছে কি না
Mavs bhai, I totally disagree with you many things now. We're going to change the subject. Look, French Macron government is 111% of GDP. You might be a business advisor, but I have to keep myself studying every night 2-3 hours what is happening in the planet. So we are better than many countries. Spain, Italy. But 87% থেকে 95% আইলো ইন্ডিয়ান বেটার আমলো তোমার 90 নিচে আসিল এখন 95% জিডিপি এক বছর আইলো how are you going to convince me that they're doing a better job? You tell me. You may support labor, but I don't support no one. No. Okay, we are having an open discussions here. We are having an open discussions. Why everybody is I know.
I look at facts and figures. Listen to me. I look at facts and figures. I'm not in political allegiance to anyone.
Okay,
all I can say right now. All I can say right now, that will go up, that will come down. Right now, with the new government that coming, that আমি দূরটা কি দেখলাম আগে বুঝছেন দূরটা কি দেখলাম তারা একটু স্পেন্ডিং করে আরো geopolitical issues হল আছে আপনারা দেখলাম with Ukraine, with the stuff with Gaza as well. Money has to be spent. আমি একমত with everyone in the speaker that we are spending a lot of money which is unnecessary, but this will change at the moment. But what I'm saying,
where do you think we are spending money? Let's come back to the program again. We're going far from the party politics.
There are two areas that we're spending more money on, and you can see it's all in public record. One is the NHS. Okay, we spend hell of it with the highest amount. And the other ones we spend on benefits, okay, our social services. Those are the two main things. Now, there is an argument that people are making in various right side of the politics that's saying that benefits are taken by immigrants. However, look at the data. The data suggests the vast majority of people who are taking benefits are indigenous British. So that argument doesn't work, okay? So politics is becoming something which is
Mavs bhai, I'm definitely not coming to take business advice. Because
why?
I tell you why.
You need it.
When British government revenue is down, thousands of millionaires leaving Britain, the revenue is down. That's why the balance sheet on the expense is going up. If you don't bring more revenue, how are you going to control your expense? Suddenly, last 12 months, benefit hasn't gone 200 billion pound up, 4 billion pound up. There is only one word we are funding at this stage. So the world is in a bit of a quiet situation. Why? Because there is no income coming in. Treasury don't have income coming in. That is the biggest problem. We don't have income coming in because we're not generating anything.
Listen, I disagree. I think money is coming in, but you're right. The books needs to get balanced. We are having আমরা একটা budget obviously as you know in November. In November দেখবানে কি লাগে তো I mean, this things happen, but as I said, the litmus test is going to
Right.
be,
Let's just go
especially
back
in
to
Wales,
let's just go back to
is
the
going to
drawing
be
board.
Thursday, and then it's going to be
Let's
next
go
year.
back to the drawing board. স্টারমারের ব্যক্তিগত জনপ্রিয়তা এত নেগেটিভ কেন? This is the worst prime minister in a British history on the popularity. Why?
আমার ব্যক্তিগত জিনিস হইলো কি আছেন, he's got no charisma. I'm sorry. I've seen like a lot of prime ministers, and he is just as everyone says, he's a barrister. But একজন lawyer, তাই no charisma নাই. You know, some of his
But
policy
Tony
খারাপ সময়
Blair was
উঠে
a
আসে.
lawyer. He had a charisma even on an old age
He was
now.
a
He still
charmer. Tony Blair was a charmer, and that's why he got away with a lot of things that you and I would never get away with
okay.
Tony. But
Next question to
is
you.
politics about charm, or is it about policy? That's the thing that our people need to think about. That's very important, especially Bangladeshis.
Why the Conservative wanted to do a soundbite saying stamp and duty is going to be scrapped if they come in, because you can't say, a British politician cannot say like this. They need to say where the rest of the money is going to come to the kitty before they say, I'm going to scrap that. And that is what is happening, because they scrap things, they don't know where the money is going to come in and fulfill that. So what is this soundbite? You tell me.
Listen, soundbite is to get us. You know, there are, listen, politics is becoming TV. It's advertisement. You know, it's showmanship. That's what it is. They will come and say something like, we'll do this, we'll do that. But when
Right?
you ask them,
Next
how will you
question.
do
Next
it?
question to you. Reform members are growing every minute.
They are.
So, what is the trend in Wales? Do you think Reform going to have some seats in your area? Do you think they are going in?
Yes. So I had a very important meeting today with a very prominent businessman. For the last 20 odd years that we have had devolution in Wales, we've always had a Labour government. We've never had anything but Labour. We've had so like Labour and Pride, but we've always had Labour. So I think that there is a real worry that their reform will make an impact. I don't know how much of an impact they're going to make.
Now, let's just talk in favor of reform. What do you see wrong in reform? We are two-party been ruling us for decades and decades. What is the problem if Nigel Farage ruled this country? What is the problem?
Listen, I don't have a problem with Nigel Farage or Mr. Trump or anyone. What I have a problem with is policy. Okay, I want any people to join people. I do not want to be a second class citizen. And look at Brexit.
So
When we voted for
hold on,
Brexit,
don't change subject.
oh, no, I'm not.
Where do you see a second class citizen? A white man British passport and your passport, does it have a difference?
No, I will be, listen, I am being treated differently already. Okay. For example, right now, you know, people of my color who are here, who want to become good, they pay their taxes, who want to become citizens, you know, the goalpost is being changed. As you said rightfully
Now,
by earlier on.
how can
No,
we
no, no,
call,
no, no.
how,
Let me finish.
yeah.
As you said rightfully, our forefathers gave blood to this nation in the First World War, in the Second World War, right, to free this country and the empire and to give it wealth. Do we not have the right to be here and be treated fairly and equally?
Yeah.
I do believe.
So,
I do believe.
Mabs Bhai,
No,
can you,
let me finish. I do believe that we should stop benefits for people who are coming to this country. Absolutely. I'm in for that, but we do it in a systematic way. But what I'm saying is, let's stop divisive politics. Immigration is not our problem, right? We're not poor because of immigrants. We're poor because of bad policy. We're poor because of bad spending. We're poor because of not investing enough in our infrastructure
right,
and in our
I
economy.
need to tell you something. Why don't you sit down in a drawing board and say, for a second, Nigel Farage, his chairman is a Muslim brother. You know? He's a colored
I do.
chap. He's a foreigner. So he sits in a chair and tells Nigel Farage, why don't you think this is all soundbite? Nigel Farage, affect no immigrants when he comes to power. Most probably his immigration policy will be better than many. I'm not promoting Nigel Farage. I'm just telling you the fact of a matter. Why don't we use our brain that a colored chap funding that party, spend the money, fund the party, taken up to this rule. It's all about a sound bite to get the votes from those. People don't think properly. Khala beta ufre boya sada belare dia mathay, and then we get angry. Can you not see this?
Paisa Hunuka, Hala Beta, Dola Beta Few Matana by which Nigel Farage is his own man. He might have a chairman, but he does what he wants to do. We
No,
all know
I
that.
met Nigel Farage.
He is the Donald Trump. Listen,
He loves his pint. His father was
he
a
is the Donald
banker.
Trump.
He's a
Nigel,
genuine
yeah,
chap.
He will
He
do what
just
he
needs
wants.
votes.
No, and listen, I think he's going to get votes, and the reason he's going to get vote, a lot of our British.
Are you going to vote for Nigel Farage?
Yeah,
Let's go. Are you going to vote for Nigel
listen,
Farage?
listen. I'm going to vote for someone that I believe in based on policy. Unfortunately, I can't share that with you
Okay,
right
now
now. It's all about policy.
tell me, which policy of British politicians has kept in last 20 years? Which election mandate did they follow in this Britain? I think we should get a common law passed in the parliament and say, if a party takes our vote with
And
saying
lies.
we're going to do this, and if they don't do, we penalize them and put him in a jail. We should pass a law, because everyone is now becoming like Bangladeshi politics and Asian subcontinent politics.
Yes.
They say something, they do something else.